In this episode, we'll do a recap on a sampling of announcements which came out of Microsoft's second Ignite online conference for the year. We'll be covering over 20 announcements, including VR calls with Teams, new security suites, and offerings for end users and Azure workloads, as well as SQL Server 2022, new features for the financial and healthcare sectors, and much more. Hey there, I'm Matt Carolyn, and welcome to this month's special edition of Puck Online. Today we're here in Spanish Banks Beach in BC, Canada. So at the start of this month, Microsoft held their event Ignite, which is normally an annual event, but I guess it's become a biannual event for the moment. You might recall back in March for this year, we did a recap of the first Ignite event in 360 video. Well, we're not in 360 today, but Microsoft did embrace 360 VR this time, with talks and one-on-one Q&A happening in the virtual world. There were also a lot of announcements, 96 to be exact, and I've read through them all and pulled out some gems. So let's see how many we can get through in the next 10 minutes. So the event was held online from November 2nd till the 4th. It covered pretty much all Microsoft's major products from Azure to Teams, Windows, Power Apps, and more. So Azure OpenAI Services is brand new, and you won't see it in the Azure portal yet, as it's invite only currently. But what it is a new Azure cognitive service that gives customers access to OpenAI's GPT-3 models. This allows for a wide variety of tasks such as code generation, keeping enterprise security and responsibilities of AI in check. Now, this new feature for Azure scale sets is interesting. Already available, you now have a lot more flexibility for orchestrating a scale set. Not only for simplifying your management of VMs, but allowing for things like mixing different types of VMs within a scale set, changing VM sizes without redeploying their scale sets, and managing both VMs and scale sets with the same APIs. And new VMs were announced, which will deliver better price and performance for most general purpose and memory intensive workloads compared to the previous generation. These include DV5 and EV5, which are 15% faster and can scale up to 96 virtual CPUs. DAS V5 and EAS V5 provide a lower price of entry, are ideal for memory intensive enterprise apps and large relational database. And finally, EBS V5, which is a new memory optimized VM series that delivers up to 300% increase in remote storage performance compared to previous generations, making it ideal for data-intensive workloads. And a few industry-specific announcements. Microsoft Cloud for Financial Services is now generally available. It introduces new capabilities that unlock innovation for responsible and sustainable growth for the financial sector. Based on a foundation of privacy, security, and regulatory compliance across Microsoft and its partner ecosystem, it is built on an industry data model that enables interoperability and innovation. In addition, they release new capabilities to help enable retail banks enhance customer and employee experiences, as well as drive loyalty and customer growth. Microsoft Cloud for Financial Services integrates new and existing capabilities in Microsoft Azure, Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, and the Power Platform. And Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare helps deliver trusted and integrated capabilities to manage health data at scale with easy-to-deploy tools. It gives a boost to automation and efficiency on high-value workflows across patient experiences, care coordination, and frontline worker collaboration. Several recent updates to the offering further extend these capabilities across several categories, which include enhanced patient engagement, which offers an enhanced patient view that allows providers to associate one patient record with another patient record and easily navigate between them for faster access. The waiting room in Microsoft Teams helps patients know they've taken the right steps to connect to their appointments. Integration of Microsoft Forms and Microsoft Bookings helps the data collection from the patient's prior visit to a virtual visit. A new mobile browser join function allows the patient to join a virtual visit from a mobile device, and improved clinical and operational insights, which offers better modeling of healthcare data in the Dataverse, allowing partners to define the process and experience for their customers. Improved ingestion of healthcare data allows customers to select how much data is copied between systems, minimizing duplication and saving space. Increased health team collaboration. Microsoft Teams Electronic Health Record Connector, Cerner, allows visits to be launched from within EHR systems, patients, or provider portals. A scheduled queue of virtual visits in Microsoft Bookings offers a dashboard-like view of day and real-time appointment updates. Virtual Visits Manager, a standalone Teams app, simplifies the data analytics process through reporting the actionable insights about virtual consults. And in Microsoft 365 news, you may recall last year I was talking about a new feature to Office 365 called Fluid. This allows for you to sort of bind your content across documents and hosting platforms like SharePoint, so that if you make an update in one place, it automatically gets updated elsewhere. So now, what was previously called Fluid Components has been renamed to Loop Components. Microsoft Loop itself is a new app which has a few sections, such as Loop Pages, where team members can organize their components, and Loop Workspaces, which are shared spaces that allow users to see groups in progress. So about 3 years ago, we started to see AI integrated into the 365 products. But something that has been missing is the AI understanding the context. This new natively integrated assistant called Context IQ does exactly that, giving suggestions which make relevant sense. It also goes further than just suggesting the completion of a sentence, but looks outside of the app to suggest attaching a certain file, calendar schedule, tagging of relevant colleagues, and integration with other Loop components. I kind of see this as the next logical step beyond the basic prompt when you send an email to suggest you might have forgotten to attach a file, since you mentioned attaching a file in your email content. SQL Server 2022 is the most cloud-connected release of SQL yet. Integrating with Synapse Link and Azure PureView enable customers to drive deeper insights, predictions, and governance from their data at scale. Cloud integration is easier than ever before, with high availability and disaster recovery live migration without any downtime, along with no ETL connections to cloud analytics, which allows database administrators to manage their data estates with greater flexibility and minimal impact to users. Performance and scalability will be automatically enhanced by built-in intelligence. And best of all, there is a choice and flexibility across languages and platforms, including Linux, Windows, and Kubernetes. And in Teams news, now I'm looking forward to using Mesh for Microsoft Teams using my Oculus in the first half of next year when it's released. It's amazing the advances they've been making in VR in the last 2 years. My Oculus keeps getting a new life breathed into it with each update they make to it. Hand tracking is so much better now than when I first got it, and I'm actually starting to see it getting close to the day where I might be able to seriously start using it to get some work done, instead of it just being a gimmick. With this new Mesh feature for Teams, users can attend meetings in virtual conference space with personalized avatars. Documents from Microsoft 365 can be opened up spatially during a meeting for everyone in the meeting to see. I'd mentioned Viva in a previous video and how we are looking to change to it, since in Teams and SharePoint, we'd already been doing the same thing Viva provides, but building it manually. The only problem was that the full suite wasn't available yet. Well, now it is, so you can start playing. As companies are increasingly realizing the employee work experience is important, especially now when everything is expected to be self-service, and due to COVID, we're being starved of that hallway talk in the office. So the Microsoft Viva Suite can be a helpful resource with its topics, insights, connections, and learning modules to improve employee fulfillment. A new module, Ally.io, will also be coming next year as a way to build alignment and improve business outcomes. The new Microsoft Defender for Business, a solution for small to medium-sized businesses, will be coming soon to preview. It will include in Microsoft 365 Business Premium and will also be available as a standalone product. With the automated ingestion and remediation, it makes managing simpler for IT professionals with varying levels of expertise. It provides EDR, next-generation antivirus protection, and integration with Microsoft 365 Lighthouse. There was also Microsoft Defender for Endpoints announced, with a Plan 1 and a more comprehensive Plan 2. You can get them standalone or bundled with E3 or E5 Microsoft 365 licenses. And there was also Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. As Microsoft so loves to do, it has replaced Microsoft Cloud App Security, MCAS, with this new name. This CASB solution now provides better visibility and app governance with more behavior context. Defender for Cloud Apps covers all major cloud app use cases, over 26,000 cloud apps, including native security for Amazon AWS. So there's been a lot of fuss online about TPM being required for Windows 11 machines. I love the memes from my friends who are Linux fanboys, shining light on the fact that Linux will run on anything but Windows 11 won't. I guess when the first lock for a door was invented, there were people bragging about how their house didn't need a door. But what about Azure? What about running Windows 11 in Azure when you have no control over the underlying hardware? In the past, you ran Windows in the cloud, you couldn't get this level of security. Now with Gen 2 VMs, Azure provides the most secure Windows 11 experience in the cloud by offering virtual TPM, which are not offered by AWS or Google Cloud. So in Wrapup, if you're interested in reading all 96 announcements as I did, check out the link on the screen to the Microsoft Book of News for Ignite. Also, make sure you check out publiccloud.ninja for links to our vodcast, podcasts, and online meetups and events. And click on that like and subscribe button so that you get notified each month when we release new episodes. Make sure you also check out our other video for this month covering all the major public cloud announcements for the month. Till then, stay safe and keep challenging yourself.